This is the Transformers Generations, Power of the Primes, Prime Masters, Solus Prime, Quintus Prime, and Megatronus. These figures are part of the third wave, perhaps the final wave, of the Prime Master series of the Power of the Primes figures. Here are their packaging, very nice, looking very great. And each one pays an homage to a former G1 pretender, or sorts. Solus Prime has Octo Punch. If you had those toys back in the day, man, they were awesome. Quintus Prime has Bludgeon. And Megatronus has the shell of Bomb Burst. So very, very nice. Let's get them out. Right, and here they are out of packaging. Let's start with Solus Prime. She does not have a forge. Be nice if she had a small hammer right there. The forge of Solus Prime. So here she is. Very, very cool. Transforms into that Prime Master. Very loose. Okay. And this is Octo Punch. She fits nicely inside. Brand new mold. Very cool. That there. We'll turn them all into weapon mode later. Okay. On to Quintus Prime. Very nice. Unpainted face. And this is Bludgeon. I do like this Bludgeon pretender shell. Very cool. Love the colors on it. That skull, that samurai skull on him. Nice paint here. Most of these figures, you have to pick through several on the pegs to get one that has acceptable paint apps. This one is okay. This one had a lot of issues. Well, with the Decepticon symbol on the chest. Sometimes it's not evenly painted, but more importantly, the skull, it's the teeth. Some figures have way too much paint, some have way too little. So it took a while for me to find one that was acceptable. But looking very, very nice. And finally, Megatronus, the first Decepticon. Very nice painted face. I love that. I love the gray and dark gray colors on this one. Very nice. Okay, and he fits nicely right here in the Bomb Burst pretender. Okay. And here they are with the rest of the Prime Masters we've seen from Wave 1 and Wave 2. If you notice, there are some redecos. Some figures do share some parts, like this one. These two, Landmine and I forgot his name. They do share the same body. They just have different front panels. Their guns are similar and all that. The same is true with Bomb Burst and Skullgrin. Same body. They just have a different front panel, but the weapon and the back is the same. These four are original. No duplicates on them. I checked some of them, most of them, but they look to be original molds and no duplication of sorts. But they look very, very nice. I like them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that it? Just 8 primes. I thought there were 13 or 9, or more than 8, definitely. Optimus, fine. But the original primes, I was under the impression there were 13 or 9 at least. Anyway, let's get them into their weapon. All right, let's start with Octo Punch. Solus Prime. Reattach the weapon at the back, like that. Folds up. There you go. It's a nice little aquatic, I don't know, harpoon or weapon of sorts. Very cool. And then Bludgeon with Quintus Prime. Okay. Nice little rail gun right there. So these two. Okay, and then Megatronus with Bomb Burst. Okay, right there. Very similar to Skullgrin. So, very, very cool. Very glad to have them all. I do wish we'd see more, but I hear this is the last wave. There are only 3 waves for Power of the Primes, and for each scale and category, Voyager, Leader, Deluxe, and Prime Master, and Legends. But it's cool. It's cool to have all the Primes, at least in this universe or in this series. I really like him. Each one is going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. Very, very cool. I love the paint. Well, the paint could use some work, but paint scheme, it's what really brings that whole G1 vibe to it. I love the Pretenders shells that they've sort of tried to incorporate them in this scale instead of the big ones. So very, very nice. Best of luck finding them. They're Wave 3 only has Wave 3 figures. From at least the case that was delivered at my Toys R Us. There are 4 of each figure in the case. There are no repeats, and which is great. Easy, you'll have an easy time finding them, and I think they could be the best wave of Prime Masters. This has been the Transformers Generations Wave 3 of the Power of the Primes Prime Master figures. Solus Prime in Octo Punch. There you get Quintus Prime in the Bludgeon Pretender Shell, and Megatronus in Bomb Burst. Hope you enjoyed this little video review. Thanks for watching.
Ah, I see we have new pretenders. To me, my pretenders, Octo Punch and Bludgeon. But what do I see? It can't be. Megatron. I am Megatron. Yes. The one whose namesake I have taken on, Megatronus. You will do finely. Now get inside Bombers right now. Yes, Megatron. I can feel the power. Megatron now wields Megatronus. Optimus Prime, it's over.